What would you do if you discovered your neighbor was stealing from you not just power, but something far worse? Sarah had always been the quiet one on Maple Street, content to tend her garden and keep to herself. Her small, tidy backyard was her sanctuary, a place where she could escape the noise of the world. But lately, something felt off. Her electric bill had spiked, her backyard outlet was warm to the touch, and a faint, foul odor lingered near the fence line. She brushed it off, at first maybe a faulty wire, maybe a dead animal. But curiosity gnawed at her. It started with Karen, the HOA president next door, whose pristine lawn and over-the-top holiday decorations were the talk of the neighborhood. Karen was a whirlwind of rules and righteousness, always knocking on doors with her clipboard, citing violations for untrimmed hedges or faded mailboxes. Sarah tolerated her, even when Karen's extension cords snaked across the property line, plugged into Sarah's outdoor outlet. "Just for my Christmas lights," Karen had said with a saccharine smile. "You don't mind, do you?" Sarah didn't. Not then. But the bills kept climbing. Sarah's budget was tight. She'd been saving for her daughter's college fund, every penny scraped from her nurse's salary. She started watching the outlet. Every evening, Karen's cord was there, powering her extravagant displays. Sarah unplugged it once, only for Karen to march over the next day, indignant. "We're a community, Sarah. Sharing is caring." The audacity stung, but Sarah let it go. She didn't want trouble. Then came the smell. It wasn't just a whiff, Anna Maria, it was a rancid, choking stench that clung to her clothes. She traced it to the corner of her yard, near the outlet, where the soil was perpetually damp. Digging with a trowel, she found a buried pipe, rusted and leaking a foul sludge. Her heart sank. The pipe wasn't hers. It ran from Karen's property, straight to the outlet. Confused, Sarah called a plumber friend, Mike, who arrived with a toolbox and a frown. He inspected the setup, his face growing grim. "This isn't just an outlet, Sarah," he said, pointing to the wires. "It's tied to a sewage pump system. Karen's been using your power to run her septic overflow. That's why your bills are through the roof and why your yard smells like a landfill." Sarah's stomach churned. Karen wasn't just stealing electricity, she was pumping waste through Sarah's property. The betrayal hit like a punch. She confronted Karen that evening, her voice shaking. "You've been using my outlet to hide your sewage problem?" Karen's smile didn't waver. "Don't be dramatic, Sarah. It's just a little overflow. The HOA can't afford a full repair." "A little overflow?" Sarah's voice rose. "You're poisoning my yard." The argument escalated, drawing neighbors to their porches. Karen played the victim, claiming Sarah was overreacting, that the setup was temporary. But Sarah wasn't buying it. She stormed to her shed, grabbed a shovel, and started digging up the pipe. That's when the twist came. A soft voice interrupted. "Sarah, stop." It was Mrs. Delaney, the elderly widow from across the street, leaning on her cane. Her eyes were sharp, her voice steady. "Karen's not the only one. Half the HOA board knew about this. They've been using your outlet for years." "I didn't say anything because I was scared of them." Sarah froze, shovel in hand. The revelation hit like a second betrayal. The HOA people she'd trusted had been complicit, exploiting her kindness to save a few bucks. Mrs. Delaney's confession shifted everything. This wasn't just about Karen. It was about a community that had taken advantage of Sarah's silence. Fury and resolve burned in her chest. She marched to the outlet, now sparking under the strain, and yanked the cord free. A low hum died, and somewhere, a pump stopped. The next morning, Karen's pristine lawn was a swamp, the truth exposed in a stinking mess. Neighbors whispered, some outraged, some ashamed. Sarah didn't care. She filed a formal complaint with the city, documenting every detail: the pipe, the outlet, the bills. The HOA meeting that followed was chaos. Karen tried to spin the story, but Mrs. Delaney spoke up again, her frail voice cutting through the noise. "We let this happen. We owe Sarah an apology." The room fell silent. For the first time, Sarah felt seen. It wasn't just about the money or the smell. It was about standing up, about refusing to be invisible. Sarah rebuilt her garden, planting new flowers over the repaired soil. She didn't need the HOA's approval anymore. She'd found her voice, and it was louder than Karen's clipboard ever could be. "Yindi,